Spiritual trap number 10, there is an ultimate destination to reach.
So you are infinite. You are waking up to the fact that you're infinite. And if there was an ultimate destination or peak, that would mean there's a cap, an ending. So if there's a cap or ending on something, then that would in definition mean that something is not infinite. So that can't be possible. So it's the ego and the conditioning. And so it's the ego going from the blanket of being asleep in society, thinking it's just a human being, and then waking up to a greater reality, now spiritual reality. Now the ego is dressing itself in other clothes. But in this new ego clothing, it's like, okay, there was still a beginning, and then there must be an end. There must be where this came from and where this is going. But there is no ultimate destination. There is no timeline of progression. There's not becoming anything more, becoming anything new, becoming anything higher than, lower than, less than, greater than. It's all really the same thing. So the ego is just transferring its knowledge of what it's experienced in the human part of things and taking that into spirituality.
And this is a good time to go into what I call ground zero moments, because we all have a ground zero moment when it comes to this conditioning from society that we have to be a winner. Our society breeds winners. You must always win. You must always be on the top. You must always be the best. There's always the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. So a ground zero moment is really thinking back to where that started for you. When was the first time that you felt like you had to achieve something and be at the top? When is the first time that you even conceptualize that there is this top, like the peak of a mountain? I start at the bottom, I work my way up, I climb, and then I get to the top, and then I get the beautiful view, hooray, and then that's the ending. When was it? Because likely it was very, very early on in childhood that you were told, here is the peak of the mountain. You do these steps to get to the peak of the mountain, and then ta-da, everything's amazing, everything's perfect, you've done it. We were told that this is the way when it really isn't, because at the end of the day, we're going up the mountain, yes, and we can get to a peak, but it's like you're raising the bar every single time you get to it. We're continuously raising it. And so you're just going to continue to be frustrated because it's never ending. There never is that soft place to land. You are just creating ultimate frustration within yourself. So first look at the ground zero moment and then recognize these moments in your life that you felt like, I get to the top, oh, I'm good. We don't even talk about the fact that once you get to the peak of a mountain, you go back down again. What does that even mean? But it's like we're going to continue finding these mountains throughout our life. So it's releasing the idea that you have to achieve something and that you have to get somewhere, because at the end of the day, you are setting yourself up for failure. And that's how it is in the awakening path. If we think that we've reached the top, okay, boom, I've had an awakening, then we're just going to relax there. Or the opposite, if we think we have to learn more and grow more and blah, 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 and always continue to climb to the top, well, that top is always raising. You're never going to reach it, baby. There never was anywhere to reach at all, just like society. You don't have to be anything other than what you are right here and right now. So, what is that driving force that's creating the anxiety around being the best, being the top, or finding that destination?
All society has taught you to do is to become more, to seek, to accomplish, to adventure into more. And the real truth of this is there's nowhere to go, there's nothing to be, there's nothing to achieve. And the ego can't sit with this. The ego always has to be in a constant state of becoming and claiming things as ownership to its identity, or else it literally ceases to be. And the ego can't have that. So it always has to, in the spiritual journey, climb for more, become more, reach an ultimate peak. And then once it reaches that peak, it can now rest in it and be grateful of the progress and rest in the accomplishment of what it's done. But it doesn't work like that. It's unraveling in your societal conditioning why you're still taking this ego into the spiritual nature of things and trying to become this more, to reach this peak that you will never achieve. You just realize that you are it right now. You are awareness here and now. You never had to become anything to be awareness, because that's inherently what you are. You are aware of existing. You are aware you continuously experience yourself, and just let it be at that and rest back into this awareness that you've always been.
And there's two sides to it. It's realizing there's no peak to reach. Congratulations,
Mm-hmm.
you're already at the top. we kind of play with the balance of that. You want to congratulate yourself and understand that where you are is exactly where you need to be, while also realizing we don't want to cap ourselves at that and we want to continue to evolve. So it's this little like tug of war game a little bit that we have to play with ourselves. Yes, we want to celebrate where we are. Yes, you are enough. We are enough. We don't need to do anything. And at the same time, we want to continue to evolve so that way we're ever expanding into our infinite nature.
At the end of the day, it's just mind games that we're playing with ourselves, right? Time is a construct. Time is the ego. It was born in it. It is it. So it's thinking that it has come from somewhere and it is going somewhere. Well, that is just a continuous loop that the mind is constantly going to be caught in. And moving past this loop is being here in the present moment. Being fully aware in the present moment ends the loop of trying to seek outside of this time that the ego thinks that there is for it to become and achieve more.
Thank you for being on this journey with us because we're ever evolving. You're ever evolving. Let's continue to get comfortable in that in this lifetime and in the next.
And be comfortable. There's no destination, there's no peak. You're continuously in it. And this continuous moment will unfold. It will become more blissful, more peaceful, more exciting, but allowing it to be that and not capping it to where you think, okay, this is enough excitement. I'm going to stop here and not allow more. Well, that is going to cap your infinite soul evolution, your infinite nature of what you actually are. Allow that to keep unfolding, and there never will be a cap in experience. You will forever continuously grow into more and more of the beautiful awareness experience that you are.
So, cheers to your infinite nature. We are here with the beautiful shift to be by your side through all of it. We love you so, so much.
Love you guys.